So let's give a warm welcome to Alicia.
Hello, 92% of goals fail within the first 2 weeks. That means that in this room, about 4 of us have a real shot at achieving the next thing we set out to achieve. Goals take different shapes, they take different forms. For some it might be being a great parent, for others it might be getting a six-pack, for some it might be practicing public speaking skills. I want you to think about your next goal. What is it that you really want to achieve? Now imagine that goal as a Play-Doh. They're fun, they're flexible, you can mold them, you can shape them, you can virtually do anything with them. You can stretch them, or you can cut them into small pieces. Neurologists say that when we set ourselves huge goals, our brain sees them as a loss. The act of achieving that goal means we feel anxious, we feel fearful. And that stands in the way of us actually achieving that goal. But when we revise our goals, when we chunk them into small pieces, every time we achieve something, every time we have a little tiny, the tiniest success, our body releases dopamine into our system. And what does that do? It makes us feel happy. It energizes us. It gives us energy to keep going and to keep trying to persist to achieve that final goal. I love to hear stories about people who have achieved the impossible. And one of those recent stories that really touched my heart was the story of Colin O'Brady. Colin went on holiday and he got caught on fire. His legs were so severely burned he could not take a step. When he was at the hospital, his mum said to him that he needs to find a purpose, he needs to regain faith in life, and asked him to set himself a goal, something he can work towards to. After a few days, he said, I want to do a triathlon. At that point, he couldn't take a step. So when he returned home, he's put a chair in front of him and he chunked his goal up. He cut it into pieces. The first day, he took 1 step. Second day, he took 2 steps, and so on and so on. Eventually, he did the triathlon. Not only he did it, he actually won it, and in years to come, he was the fastest person who has ever completed 7 summits. So Chiro Honda says, success is a result of 1% of work and 99% of failure. But who wants to fail 99% of time? If you chunk your goals up, if you make them smaller, you can succeed 99% of the time. So I invite you to think about your goal from today, tomorrow. When you're just about to start your day, sit down at your kitchen table and consider how you can make your goal work for you. There's a little surprise for a lucky few of you under your chair. So take it home and remember how to reshape your goal.